رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Asalamualaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we are going to start lesson number 3, which is Harakaat. Harakaat is an Arabic word. It is plural of haraka. Haraka means movement, to create movement on something. So in Tajweed, in Arabic, a few symbols are used to create this movement, and those symbols are called Harakaat. They are Fatha, Kasra, and Dhamma. Fatha is Zabar, like in Urdu we say Zabar, Zair, and Pesh. So Fatha is Zabar, Kasra is Zair. They both have a similar shape. So if it's placed above the letter, it's Zabar, it's Fatha, and if it's placed underneath the letter, it's Kasra. And Dhamma is like a small waw, it's always placed above the letter. Fatha and Dhamma are placed above the letter, whereas Kasra is placed underneath. The letter which has a haraka on it is called mutaharrik. That means these symbols, Zabar, Zair, and Pesh, they are called Harakat, and the letter on which these Harakat are placed are called mutaharrik. Pronounce the Fatha Zabar by opening the mouth and raising the voice. Pronounce Kasra Zair by dropping the voice, and Dhamma Pesh by the rounding of the lips. It's very simple. Pronounce the Harakat in an Arabic accent without stretching and suddenly pausing. We have two rules here. We're neither allowed to stretch nor suddenly pause. If you'll stretch the letter which has a haraka on it, which has a zabar, zair, or a pesh on it, that means we're pronouncing it incorrectly. It's incorrect pronunciation of haraka. We cannot stretch it, we cannot suddenly pause on it. We'll softly pause on it. If I say in my own words, हम इस पे झटका नहीं देंगे, हम आराम से रुकेंगे. So let's just take an example. We have letter ba here. We'll pronounce it with all three harakat. Ba zabar ba, ba zair bi, ba pesh bu, ba bi bu. Stretching means ba, bi, bu, and suddenly pausing means ba, bi, bu. These two things we are not allowed to do. It's a wrong pronunciation of harakat. We'll simply recite them ba, bi, bu. If a haraka or a sukoon is present on alif, we have alif here, then pronounce it as hamza. Alright. This rule is like specifically for alif, that when there is haraka on it, any haraka, either it's zabar, zair, pesh, or it's tanmeen, or it's khadi harakat, or sukoon. If there is any sort of symbol present on alif, we'll pronounce it as hamza. It's no more alif. If you watch my videos, I've made a video on it about Makharij of alif. Please watch that video. It's a really good video. It's a detailed video related to alif, when we'll pronounce alif as alif and when we'll pronounce alif as hamza. So that would be helpful. Moving to the next point. If the letter ra has a fatha, zabar, or dhamma, pesh on it, pronounce it with a thick tone. If the letter ra has a kasra, zair below it, pronounce it with a thin tone. It's a rule, another rule. If ra has a zabar or pesh on it, it will be pronounced in a thick voice. And if it has a kasra, zair underneath it, it will be pronounced in a thin tone. There is like a separate topic about alif, lam, and ra, when they will be pronounced in a thick tone and when they will be pronounced in a thin tone. So we'll talk about this in detail over there, inshallah. Alright, let's start the lesson now. The first letter here is hamza. We just learned that if there is haraka on alif, it's no more alif, it will be pronounced as hamza. How we're going to spell these letters? First we'll recite the letter, then we'll recite the haraka. First we'll say hamza, then we'll say zabar. Hamza, zabar a. Hamza, zer I, hamza pesh u, a, I, u. Make sure you round your lips when you pronounce pesh. If you're not doing that, you're pronouncing it wrongly. Moving to the next letter. Ba zabar ba zer bi, ba pesh bu, ba bi bu. Make sure to recite the letter fully. Like, don't say ba zabar ba zer bi. Like, recite the letter first the way it was written in lesson number 1. There are some letters with a mud on them and others are with alif. So make sure to recite them properly. Ta zabarta, ta zerti, ta peshtu, ta ti tu. Tha zabartha, tha zerthi, tha peshtu, tha thi thu. Tha, daal and zaal are the soft letters. Jeem zabarja, Jeem zerji, Jeem peshju, ja ji ju. Ha zabarha, ha zerhi, ha peshhu, ha hi hu. So the letters in blue color, they're thick letters. They're huruf musta'liya. There is a separate video on huruf musta'liya. Please do watch it. These 7 letters, which are always pronounced in a thick tone. Like in case of ra, there is a condition. If it has zabar and pesh on it, it will be pronounced in a thick tone. And if it has a zer underneath, it will be pronounced in a thin tone. There is this condition. Ra is not huruf musta'liya. It's not a letter from this group. These 7 letters, they'll always be pronounced in a thick tone. Let's pronounce it. Kha zabar kha, kha zer khi, kha pesh khu, kha khi khu. Daal zabar da, daal zer di, daal pesh du, da di du. Daal zabar da, daal zer di, daal pesh du, da di du. Now we have ra here. Ra zabar ra, ra zer ri, ra pesh ru, ra ri ru. Ri will be thin, ra and ru will be pronounced in a thick tone. Ra, ri, ru. Za zabar za, za zer zi, za pesh zu, za zi zu. Sin zabar sa, sin zer si, sin pesh su, sa si su. Sheen zabar sha, sheen zer shi, sheen pesh shu, sha shi shu. These all blue letters, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and kha was on previous page. These 7 letters are huruf musta'liya. Saad zabar sa, saad zer si, saad pesh su, sa si su. Daad zabar da, daad zer ti, daad pesh tu, da ti du. Ta zabar ta, ta zer ti, ta pesh tu, ta ti tu. Da zabar da, da zer ti, da pesh ru, da ri ru. Ain zabar'a, ain zir'i, ain pesh'u, a'i, u. I hope you remember the Makharij. Ain will be pronounced from middle throat and ghain will be pronounced from the upper throat. So make sure you're following all the rules while you're pronouncing these letters. Ghain zabar gha. Okay, this is one mistake that students usually make. This while pronouncing these 2 letters, ain and ghain, they say ain and ghain. Do not do that. It's ain and it's ghain. It's not ghain. Okay. Ghain zabar gha, ghain zer ghi, ghain pesh gu, gha ghi gu, fa zabar fa, fa zer fi, fa pesh fu, fa fi fu, qaf zabar qa, qaf zer qi, qaf pesh qu, qa qi qu, kaaf zabar ka, kaaf zer ki, kaaf pesh ku, ka ki ku, Laam zabar la. Make sure that your voice is clear. You're pronouncing the letter from your mouth, not your nose. Like, don't say Laam, it's wrong. Laam, don't take your voice towards your nose. Keep it in the mouth. Laam zabar la, Laam zer li, Laam pesh lu, la li lu, meem zabar ma, meem zer mi, meem pesh mu, ma mi mu, noon zabar na, noon zer ni, noon pesh nu, na ni nu. Round your lips while pronouncing this letter. Wow zabar wa. Even when you're going to say wa, round your lips. It's a must. Wow zer wi, wow pesh wu, wa wi wu. Ha zabar ha, ha zer hi, ha pesh hu. Lower throat. Ha hi hu. Hamza zabar a, hamza zer I, hamza pesh u, a I u. Ya zabar ya, ya zer ji, ya pesh ju, ja ji ju. So if you have any problem regarding the pronunciation of letters or pronunciation of harakat, there are separate videos about all these letters, makharij, the articulation points, as well as the harakat, everything. So do watch those videos, and I hope that you understand it, you like it, and make sure to share it with people and make it easy for them to learn to recite the Quran. Jazakallah. Asalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.